Hey, hi everyone, welcome back. So guys, as part of the today's session, we are gonna study bit more about a class and how exactly we can create a class with the parameters and how are we gonna use a constructor to initialize those variables, all those things we will be seeing. Okay, I just created a TS file and I'm creating a class within that TS right now. Class student info 4. Okay, class student info 4, and here the student is having a name, so I'm defining a student name. Okay, the student name as a string, and the student is having an ID, so I'm defining it as a number. And of course the student does has a marks, so student marks as a number. That's it. And after that, I want to define a constructor. We all know that constructor will start with a keyword as a constructor. And this constructor, how many variables that you have defined here? It's mandatory to pass those many variables. See here, my Copilot is prompting me to enter this constructor with these values. So here I'm defining, okay, I'm defining student name, which is of a string, student ID. Okay, so student name, which is of a string, student ID, which is of a number, student marks, which is of also a number. That's what I have a defined. And after that, I'm using a this keyword. This keyword, as mentioned in the previous session, this is gonna point to the class variables, and the right side variables you are getting from the constructor. Okay, that we have already seen as part of that particular this keyword. Okay, so now whatever the constructor variables are there, the value whatever you are getting from the constructor, you are storing here in this particular class variables, which is pointing to this one. Okay, perfectly all right. So with this constructor, what it's gonna happen, we are assigning values for this particular variables. So the only thing that we need to do is let us create a method where you can print this data. So here, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm creating a method with a name as a print data. I don't wanna return anything. I just wanna print it. Okay, I just wanna print it. See here, console.log. I want my student name where I was using this dot student name. I want my student ID where I was using this dot a student ID and a student marks. All these things I just kept it in a single line. Let me close this particular class. The only thing that you need to do is you need to create an object to this student info class. So here, let student1, my first student, is equal to, I need to create an object to my student info 4 where I am passing three different sets of data. My class is having a constructor, and this constructor is having a three different arguments. One is a string, one is a number, and also the third one is a number. So you need to pass a string and a numbers. How many parameters does this constructor have? While creating an object, it's mandatory for us to pass those many parameters. Okay, it's mandatory for us to pass those many parameters. And right now, student data dot a print data. I was just trying to print this data. Let me try to run this program and check it out whether it is printing the given information. So what we were doing right now, with the help of this constructor, we are initializing the values for the variables that are defined here within this particular class. And another thumb rule is, if a class is having a parameterized constructor, it's mandatory for you while creating an object to pass those parameters of the same type. Okay, of the same type. Okay, perfectly all right. So this is all about a class with some examples, guys. Thank you. See you again in the next lecture. Bye bye.